Greetings. Welcome to Empath Chronicles. I am Oracle of the Ether, and in this segment of my show, I share with you all my spiritual journeys and experience being an empath. For those of you that are returning, I appreciate the energy exchange. If you're hearing me for the first time, I welcome you, and I hope you receive something from this podcast. Today, I'm being called to address shadow work. And one of the things that people tend to run from is the very thing that we should be running towards. Now that we are in this 11 vibration, it's talking about attaining that self-mastery so you can become whole, okay? And what that looks like is like Spirit is showing me the yin and yang symbol, the feminine and masculine aspects of one whole. Okay. And a lot of times people tend to bond over trauma, so they'll gravitate towards what makes them feel comfortable in a lower vibration. Okay. What looks like a lower vibration to one person might not necessarily look like that to another. And hence the duality of this polarity that we are in. For you guys and gals that don't know what duality and polarity is, I encourage you to look it up because it's very much relevant to you. Okay. And so when we're speaking about raising our vibration, it's not just about, namaste. Have a blessed day. I'm going to pray for you. It's about that, but it's about the energy. Okay. You can't fool Mother Earth, right? You can fool yourself. You can fool, your lower self. But you can't fool your higher self. Okay. So you have to address those issues that come out in your timeline, and those that are spiritually evolved, old souls. Those are the ones that have a lot of work to do. And those are typically those that are unique or have brought something different or creative, innovative. Spirit is also showing me Aquarius. So if you look up the sign attributes of Aquarius, you'll see what I mean. And for those that are trapped in a lower vibration, because they haven't done the shadow work, they'll tend to have issues with others that have, accomplished some of those things in life that they haven't. Okay, so what looks like disaster is actually beautiful chaos in someone else's, world. Okay, it's about liberation. It's about freeing your soul, and then accomplishing those things that are needed for you to evolve. Okay. And so when we talk about government and religion and how that plays a part, some people get trapped in the illusion that it's someone else's fault. However, after you've done the evolving spiritually, what you'll realize is there is no good, no bad. It's only dual, the good serves the bad and the bad serves the good. And if you look at that in terms of the justice system, people will say, well, this happened and I didn't do anything. Well, you can have that lower vibrational approach to life. However, that's not showing accountability. You have to do the work to say, okay, well, if my life is going this way, there's a purpose behind it. Some people have to walk a more of a bumpier path than others, and it's for a purpose. It's not for you to say, woe is me, and get stuck in your head unless you serve the lower aspects of the forces, unless you're there to motivate someone else to elevate. We all work off of each other. We all use each other in a sense. And for those that don't feel abundant as far as wealth wise or money wise, your abundance could be in energy. There's always a higher aspect and lower aspect, and they function off of each other. And what I realized is that we are really batteries. Okay, so you can't really fault anyone else for your circumstances. If you study, which the information that was once hidden to individuals is now open, it's like a choice. You have to overcome those fears to evolve, and that requires accountability, and it requires ownership of your own being. That means, in spite of the obstacles or hurdles that this realm produces, it's up to you to find your own truth. And that means going against the grain. And for a lot of times, that's hard for individuals to do. Okay. And for various reasons, it has to do with your astrological makeup, your karma, and your purpose for this lifetime. However, we all have the opportunity to elevate. Some of us choose to stay stagnant because it's comfortable. Some people like the dark night of the soul energy. And up until this 11/11 time period, it was profitable or beneficial to some individuals because they were leeching off of people that really have the abundance of energy. Some knowingly and some, unknowingly. However, like free will, you have the free will. People have free will to curse individuals. And, if you haven't evolved spiritually, it might be your lesson this lifetime to realize what you do to your bloodline when you take that type of approach to different people. It's a chain reaction. It's a chain of reaction of cause and effect. You get what you tolerate. And therefore, it carries on life cycle after life cycle. And, unfortunately, it passes down your bloodline until these things resolve. And this is how you build spiritual maturity. So when you think about light versus the dark entities are naturally attracted to the light. However, if your vibration is high, they can't touch you. It's people that have been conjuring and doing black magic for eons and eons, and it's like a generational line of energy that's built up. And, certain individuals were capable of bending because that's in their bloodline. However, this is also something that has been going on for generations and generations. If you look up the history of the Americas, then you'll see that this has always been a place of battle, of spiritual battle and legal battle and just power. This is a planet of learning. It's a prison planet. Okay. You can call it whatever you want. However, if you're a spiritual being, then you realize that there is levels, hierarchy to energy. I used to believe that love was the highest vibration, and it's not. The highest vibration that one entity can have is peace. But before you can get to peace, you have to pass love. And we're talking about low vibrations. We're talking about people that solely operate off of tangible, what they can see, touch, taste, and feel. They have mastered that aspect of life. They realize that they can manipulate others that are in that low vibration, that only think about self, that only want money, because you will self-sacrifice yourself to get this illusion of what you think you're supposed to have. I have to go. So I just wanted to come on and give that download to whoever wants to receive the message. I hope that the message receives you in good light. And on that note, I'll talk to y'all later.